Back to the channel. I'm out here today. Wanted to show you the progress I did on the pickup truck as far as exhaust manifolds. I know it's not a lot of effort, but still wanted to show you the results after my labor. But anyway, as you can see, the 360 exhaust manifolds are on here. I had to wait until they heated up, cool off, check the bolts to make sure they're tight. I know the bottom ones didn't come loose because I got lock nuts on those. But anyway, there they are. Got them painted with that semi-gloss 1200 degree Rust-Oleum grill paint. Like I said, they do have a 2000 and it's oil and gas resistant, but it's flat black. And then of course they got the flat white, and then they got this silver, or what it looks like cast aluminum, new cast aluminum look. Anyway, there's that. They're on. Seems to run a little bit better. Still won't run as good as when I get the headers on here and the actual Edelbrock intake, or not Edelbrock intake, but the thermoquad intake with the thermoquad 4-hole spacer, and then the other thermoquad on here, and the set of cleaned up Mopar 302 casting heads. That should really liven up this engine. But anyway, that's pretty much it on that. If there's any new people checking out this video, be sure to check out the video I did yesterday when I went up to visit my buddy Terry. He's got a lot of Mopar parts and cars for sale, especially A-bodies, mid-60s. I didn't see any Barracudas. We haven't gone to the other two properties yet. That's going to be part 2, possibly part 3, because the distance is a lot further away from where he lives. But anyway, but yeah. Like I said, feel free to... I left all the information in the video yesterday in the description. Send me an email if you're interested in any parts that we mentioned. We're going to be digging out a lot more, especially when we get to them buses that he was talking about that are ones just jammed full of parts. What he's wanting to do is, when he talked to me off camera, he wants to go to each one of them vehicles when it's nights out, when it's cold, like a lot cooler out, say like fall or spring temps, where you don't have to wear a jacket, stuff like that. The weeds, he usually keeps the weeds pretty much chopped down, but like I said in the video yesterday, his big brush mower, the throttle cable snapped, so he's been not able to do that, fix that. But he said he's going to, and that way people don't have to walk around in weeds and stuff when they do decide to, if they want to come buy a vehicle or get some parts, or he'll even ship the parts. I believe he said if you don't live in the area or can't travel to the area. But anyway, so yeah, it's all new to me. I haven't got to see any of this stuff, so I'm just waiting to see what he's got out there in the vehicle, the buses, and the other possible other vans or whatever. But anyway, also, I came across, God answers your prayers as long as you go about doing it the way you're supposed to be doing it, and doing what Jesus wants you to do. But anyway, I've been wanting one of them dual one-barrel Offenhauser intakes for a slant 6. There's a guy that's got one that I come in contact with, a different one. This guy, to have it shipped from his place to mine, and the cost of the intake altogether is like $250, and that's not with any linkage or anything like that. And I'll be able to make my own stuff like that, since a lot of you already know I do all my own fabrication stuff on the sides. But anyway, so I told him, I said, well, it's gonna have to wait until next paycheck, which is next week, before I can do any of that. And then the guy that I originally talked to, I got to save money out of this check, which I already did, and still got to buy that that oddball Edelbrock intake. That's a single plane. It looks like it has the little hectagon in the middle of the throat of the intake, which didn't flow very well. But I'm going to be taking that intake, just like Steve Dulcich did with that exact same style intake, tracing it out, grinding it out, and having it set up to run a thermoquad. And that's a small block one, so it's going to be going on. It's going to be another part that I'm going to set back, and it's going to collect dust until I get ready to do the 360 build for my Dart. So I just want, that's how I'm doing it, you know, saving up my dimes, nickels, pennies, that sort of thing, and setting one or two parts here and there back until I got the whole stuff, and then putting it all together. So yeah, 2 intakes, 2 separate purchases. And I basically told him, I said, well, you know, I got bills, paycheck, and I could do this, and they were pretty reasonable about working with me because they're in them. And I also told them I had a YouTube channel too, so that helps out. And I've been in contact with Hedman headers, Borlaug exhaust, stuff like that. Possibly sponsoring the channel for parts, so I can use the parts. I think like the cheapest set of Hedman headers now is like $300-400. Unless you go on the Jags, which are knockoffs, and I think those are like about $200 and some, and then whatever it is for shipping. Maybe it's free shipping, but anyway, it's still money that, you know, some of you guys out there be like, well, that ain't nothing. Well, some of us don't have that kind of money just to go charge it up on the old charge card. But anyway, or go run down to the bank and take out a quick loan, and you know. But anyway, they've been seeding the sky since yesterday, so we've already got storms popping up already, and it's starting to get dark. We just heard thunder in the background, and we did get a couple drops before I started recording, so we haven't had rain for like over a week, and it's surprisingly that the grass and the weeds are still growing out here, and the ground is just dry. Anyway, yeah, and the mosquitoes are still fruitful. That's amazing. Anyway, but yeah, I just want to bring up the date. I'm still toying with the idea of possible sponsorship, but you know, I have to promote them when I do videos, or I use their products, which is fine. You know, if I run headers, you know, here's how the truck was before, and here's that with after with the headers. And when I was reading the fine print, he's like, anytime I do a video and their product happens to be seen in the video or talked about, I have to promote them. And if I go to a car show, I have to promote them, which, I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, that's fine, you know. Maybe they'll start setting me up with decals and t-shirts and stuff like that, and I don't know. Anyway, and then what they do in return is you get to use their products. Because, you know, I'm a big user of Rust-Oleum, so I might talk to them about that, because like I said, I just got done painting their exhaust, my exhaust manifolds with their paint, and that's what I use on all the real hot heat applications on the vehicles, drum brakes, you know, exhaust manifolds, headers, yeah, I said drum brakes, all that sort of thing. Anyway, rambled on long enough. Just wanted to show you that I got the manifolds done, I think a day after I did that video on showing them off and showing you what I was going to have to do in order to prep them and get them ready to be put on the vehicle. And I do now have 2 sets of 273, 318 truck exhaust manifolds, if anybody out there is needing a pair. I also have a set of Dodge Ram Magnum small block manifolds for pickup truck. Yeah, so I'd sell them pretty cheap because I don't need them. Anyway, till next time.